Music. What is it? Sure, some people may think it's boring or sleep-provoking, but only because we, as human beings, have lost the ability to sit there and listen. In 1 or 2 generations, music has changed so much that nowadays we listen to pop, rock, metal, and screamo. An awful medley of screams with no melody has become music itself. Isn't that ironic? But I do not believe that modern music is necessarily negative, but I believe that modern music songs lack the great benefits that classical music has to offer. One of these advantages is the ability to change a society completely. In 2004, research on classical music was conducted in London, England, when the British Transport Police played classical music into the London Underground. Amazingly, after 6 months, the music decreased robberies by 33% and vandalism by 37%. On the other hand, rock music has provoked fights seen in rock concerts. Furthermore, the musical lyrics of today promote violence, sex, and drugs, qualities that are undesirable. It's not surprising that 90% of rap listeners live in drug-infested areas. As a musician, I take my time to analyze every song I listen to. From my experience, classical music is way too hard to analyze, while modern music is basically 2 or 4 chords. No wonder the music industry of today is losing its musicality. Consumer advocate Brian Vasili states that the complexity of classical music makes people spend more time in shops or grocery stores. For example, you go into a clothes store and a grocery store and you probably listen to Beethoven. The complexity of Beethoven makes your brain work harder and makes you lose your ability to analyze, which causes you to spend more time and spend more money. Probably the most valuable benefit of classical compositions is the ability to change the mind and the body. Studies have shown that classical music promotes movement, prevents depression, increase or decrease heart rate, and releases muscle pressure. Classical and Baroque music is especially important to students because it has 60 beats per minute, which maximizes the learning and memorizing capacity. Einstein, one of the most smartest people ever lived, stated that he figured out difficult math and science equations when he improvised on classical melodies on his violin. On the other hand, stopped anapestic beat, a quality of rock music, causes all the muscles in the body to go weak. A story from the 70s illustrates that teens brought eggs to rock concerts and put them on front of the stage, and by the end, they are hard-boiled and edible. Now imagine if you were put up there. Classical music also works on animals and plants. For example, hens lay more eggs and cows yield more milk when listening to classical pieces such as the Blues and Nude. On the other hand, plants thrive in classical music environments, and when exposed to rock music, they wither and die. Clearly, the differences of classical music and modern music is present, but there is no denying the fact that classical music holds more benefits to life than modern music does.
Do you only listen
It's
to
4.
classical music?
Exactly 4 minutes.
So you're just trash
I think we can cut out a few.
music?
Yeah.
Do you listen to